Today's video, I would like to share how much do you know about land area versus build-up area. So if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, or if you have not followed my Facebook page as well as my Instagram, please do click on the link at the caption part where you can see there is a link tree. You click in, there is a WhatsApp, there is a link where you can follow my YouTube channel, my Instagram, and also my Facebook page. Yeah, so click in, okay, and then you can connect with me. So in this video today, I would like to talk about land area versus build-up area. In Malaysia, there are various types of properties, but mainly the properties that we are looking at are all those landed properties and also the high-rise. So for landed properties wise, we have terraces, we have semi-detached, we have bungalows, but of course for high-rise wise, there is only one thing which is called high-rise. But of course, most of the Malaysians, they categorize high-rise into flat and apartment or condominium. But this is just a terminology where they categorize the high-rise buildings. But for me, everything is equal to apartment. As long as it is a high-rise, we call it an apartment. So for landed properties wise, we have two types of area. First, we call it the land area. Okay, secondly, we call it the build-up area. But of course, for high-rise wise, we have land area as well as the build-up area. But land area is basically a whole piece of land that is used to develop the whole high-rise building. So every single unit that we are buying, okay, for example, if you're buying unit 11 number 3, so level 11 number 3, that particular unit is only the build-up area. There is no land area at high-rise for every unit. There is only land area for the whole development, which means one development using how many acres to build a particular high-rise building. So that piece of land, we call it the land area, which is also the master title. So for each unit, there is only build-up area. If you look at these photos, you can see that this is actually a floor plan of a landed properties. Yeah, this is actually what we call the land area. From this point, okay, to this point, to this point, and this point. So this is a land area where you can build anything on this piece of land. If you look at this photo, you can see that this is actually a semi-detached floor plan. If you look at the one that is beside here, this is actually a corner unit semi-detached, whereby this one is the intermediate unit for the semi-detached. So this is not a corner unit, because corner unit you will be having a big piece of land, but for this there is only a small piece of land. This is what we call the land area. The width is actually 30 feet. In Malaysia, most of the time we use the unit as feet. In China or some other countries, most of the time they are using meters. This land area is actually with the width of 30 feet. So the length is 60 feet. So if you want to know how much is the land area, you just take 30 feet times 60 feet. It will be equals to 1,800 square feet. So 1,800 square feet is the land area of this particular semi-detached unit. You cannot change the land area, because when you purchase this piece of land, you purchase from point A to point B to point C to point D. This particular land is your land. So you cannot expand the land, because the land that are beside your land is actually belongs to somebody else. So you can never change the land area unless you purchase the land beside your land or the land behind your land. Okay, if not, then this is your land size, which we call it the land area, 1,800 square feet. So for landed properties, we have land area and we also have build-up area. So what is the meaning of build-up area for landed properties? When you build something on that piece of land, the area that you are using to build a building, okay, is called the build-up area. On this piece of floor plan, you can see that there are two things. One is the ground floor and then the first floor, which means this particular semi-detached is actually a two-story semi-detached. For the ground floor, you will see that this is the build-up area. And for the first floor, this is the build-up area. So the build-up area for this might be about 1,800 something over square feet. If it is only a single story semi-D, which means it will be a smaller build-up area. But if it is a two-story semi-detached, then the build-up area will be whatever area that you are using to build the ground floor, as well as the area that on the first floor. So the total usable area that you build on a piece of land, that is called the build-up area. Can be varied because you can build a 3-story semi-D or a 3-story terrace or a 3-story building. So when you build 3-story, the build area will even increase more because you have ground floor that is usable, and then you have first floor that is usable, and then you have second floor that is usable. So all those usable area, when you add up, everything will be called build-up area. So this is the difference between land area and build-up area for landed properties. This is the ground floor, yeah. So the car porch wise, it is not considered as a build-up area. Huh? When you go in, when you step into the entrance, there is a build-up area where you can use, where you can hang out. This is the living room, the entertainment, the dining, and then the yard area, the garden, the bedroom too. And then when you go upstairs, and it will link to the first floor, and you come up, then you will see there is a master bedroom, and then there is a bedroom 3, and then there is a bedroom 4, and then all the bathroom. So this is the build-up area for the first floor. In this photo, you can see that this is the land area for individual title. Like this piece of land in the red color is a bungalow lot land, whereby you can see this is actually what we call the individual title. This is a bungalow lot. The covered in the red is the land area where you cannot change unless you want a bigger area to build a super huge villa or super huge mansion. Then you will purchase another piece of land next to it. If you purchase 2 pieces of land, then you can build whatever you want on the 2 pieces of land. Okay, but if you only purchase the red color, or if you only purchase the orange color, then you can only build on that particular land, and that is the land area that we are talking about. So whatever things that you build on the piece of land, the usable area, that is what we call the build-up area. So you can never change the land area. Additional knowledge, as you can see in this photo, normally this kind of land is what we call the individual title land. Why? Because if you look at the bungalow, behind the bungalow, you can see all these bungalows, all the different shapes, because normally this kind of land is individual A, they build this kind of bungalow. Individual B, they build that kind of bungalow. It's a different design bungalow. So if you buy this piece of land, you can build whatever bungalow you want, because this is an individual title, which means this is your land. As long as you build a building and you did not create any nuisance to the neighbor, then it is okay. So this is what we call individual title. So for landed properties, we have individual title. We also have what we call strata title, stratified title. So for gated and guarded community or developments, normally the title will be a strata title, which means when you go inside the gated and guarded community, you can see that all of those terraces, semi-D, bungalows, all the design look alike. You cannot change any exterior of the buildings. Let's say, for example, if I want to change my unit to purple color, can or not? Cannot, because most of the gated and guarded are all the stratified title, which we call it the strata title. That means the whole piece of land belongs to everybody. Your particular unit, your particular terrace, or your particular semi-D is only a strata title. It's not a individual title. So that is the difference between strata title and individual title for landed properties. Yeah. Now I'm going to explain the land area for high-rise properties. The land area is actually the measurement of the whole piece of land that we use to develop a high-rise property. So as you can see, this is actually one of the projects that we are selling in Georgetown, Penang, whereby it is located at the intersection of McAllister Road and the Anson Road. The land area of this high-rise property is actually the one that covered in the red color. So this is the whole piece of land that we are going to build the high-rise building. So this is what we call the land area. So you cannot change the land area. You cannot change the size unless you purchase another piece of land next to it. Then the land area will be expanded. If not, you will never change the land area size. For the built-up area for high-rise properties, is every single unit that our buyer purchase. For example, if you look at this, the red color square shape, every single unit, it will have its own built-up area. Let's say, for example, if you're purchasing level 30, number 5, okay, is the corner unit. If this unit belongs to me, then I will be the owner of this unit and I will own this piece of unit with the area of 497 square feet. From this point to this point to this point to this point, this unit belongs to me. This is a built-up area. So I only have the built-up area for my unit, whereas there is no land area. Like I said, if we talk about a high-rise building, the land area will be the whole piece of land that we are using to develop the whole project. So that is the difference between land area and build-up area for landed properties that I explained just now, and also for high-rise properties. So every single unit will have its own stratified title, or in other words, we call it as strata title. Out of these 17 units will have its own title, which we call it Geran, and every single title will mention that how many square feet is your unit. So this particular unit belongs to you, but the whole piece of land, master title, belongs to everybody, belongs to every single owners of the units staying above the piece of land. This is what we differentiate the land area and build-up area for landed properties and high-rise properties. This is a 497 square feet. For this build-up area of this property is actually the red color one. Okay, so you can see from you go in, and then the entrance, and then there is this common area, and then you have 1 room, 2 rooms, a bathroom, and also a balcony. This whole piece of areas that you can use is actually belongs to you, and what we call the built-up area. Thank you very much for coming in and join in to listen to me. Remember, if you have friends who are interested to know more about real estate knowledge, please feel free to send them Linktree link at the caption. Ask them to connect with me, or please ask them to subscribe my YouTube channel, as well as follow me at my Facebook page, as well as my Instagram. Okay, so thank you very much.